Hi folks, so this is the second half of the video. Hopefully you've watched the third one with the algae tiles. Those are just the things we call the shapes. They have a fancy name. So all of this stuff, oops, need a pen. All right, so all of this stuff in your notes is what we covered in the algae tiles video. So if you haven't watched that, I'd encourage you to either read this, and if this makes sense, perfect. If not, go back to the algae tiles video. Okay, so a couple examples here. So we're just gonna pump through the examples. I'm not using the algae tiles. Those are like our training wheels. So if those help us in the beginning, that's great, but our goal is to get faster and efficient while we're doing these. Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check to make sure that the variables are exactly the same. So they're the same letter and they have the same exponent on them. If they do, then I know I can combine them. So I have a 4x plus x. So we know that has the invisible number 1 there. So 4 plus 1 is 5. So I have 5 x's. That's as easy as it goes. So we have a -3 and we have a +4. Both are y's, so I know I can combine them. So -3 plus 4 is going to give me a +1y. Now I don't have to write that 1, because usually we don't. We just write the letter y instead. So it doesn't matter how many of each thing you have, as long as the things that you have are the exact same. So these are all x cubes. So I'm going to take 6 plus 3 gives me 9. 9 minus 1 gives me 8. 8. 8x cubed. There we go. All right. And now looking at this, I have m squared and m squared, so I know I can combine them. 12 minus 4 is 8m squared. Moving over here, this looks really intimidating, but what I have to do is I have to check that the variables are exactly the same, and in this case they are, so I just have to look at the coefficients. So 2 plus 5 is 7, 7 minus 1 is 6. So I have 6 of the x squared y z to the exponent 4. And that's it. Literally, it's that easy. So now I'm going to switch to our next page, and this is kind of like what I did in the example. So this is nice and easy. Both of these are x squareds. I have 4 of them, and I want to add 3 of them to it, so that's going to be 7x squared. Moving on to the second example, you see that there's a lot of different kind of x's. Remember that they have to be exactly the same. They have to have the same letter, and they have to have the same exponent. So I have x to the exponent 3 here. So I'm going to circle anything that has an x to the exponent 3 in it. Okay, I'm going to look at those first. So those are all my x to the exponent 3. So I'm going to combine those. So I have 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 plus 5 is 8x cubed. Now I'm going to look at my x squareds. All right, I only have one of those. Okay, so there's nothing to combine. So I'm just going to write him down. Oh, that's supposed to be a squared. And then lastly, I have x's. I've got a 3x and I've got a negative x here. So 3 minus 1 gives me a plus 2x. And that's it. That's all it is. Easy peasy. So I'm going to look at these again. I'm going to circle the things that are alike. So, there are some x's. So I have a -5 plus 6 would leave me with 1x. So I'm just going to write it as an x. If you want to put the 1, you're more than welcome to. And then I have some constants. I'm going to treat those exactly like I would as if they were variables. They're still terms. I still want to combine them. So I have a plus 12 minus 9. So that's going to give me a plus 3. Now this whole thing is my answer. I didn't box the other one, but you get the idea. I'm using different colors, but that's my entire answer. So this last example, I'm going to look at my a's. So 3a minus 8a. So 3 minus 1 is 2. Positive 2 minus 8 gives me a -6a. Be careful with your integers, because I know sometimes we want to go quickly, and that's not going to help us. So now I'm looking at my b's. So b and b. So I have 5b plus 9b, so that's going to be plus 14b. Pretty straightforward, easy peasy. If you have any questions, let me know. Please make sure you do lesson 2 before you start lesson 3. That's important. Okay, good luck and let me know if you have any questions.